At some point, we all go through midlife crises. I'm nowhere near it, but you might have gone through that. And so you might feel a little bit of sympathy for poor Laura Oglesby, who wanted to relive her college days by, just stealing her daughter's identity and then racking up a bunch of student loan debt in her estranged daughter's name. There she is. This is one of the strangest stories ever, okay?
That's not a mugshot, right? They don't let you wear the ears for a mugshot, right? That's the most lenient cops ever.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the mugshot. The citation indicates that it is from Facebook. So I'm hoping that's the case.
Okay.
Now, with that said, she was arrested in 2018. Because she had been using her daughter's identity fraudulently, and she had racked up a bunch of debt in her daughter's name. Now, her daughter is described as her estranged daughter, so she's not speaking with her own child, but she is using her identity to relive her college days. Now, investigators say that 45-year-old Laura Oglesby had stolen and assumed her 24-year-old estranged daughter's name, Lauren Ashleigh Hays, and identity for at least the past 2 years. Now, how did she do this? Well, the detective investigating this case says, she told me that she had taken her daughter's birth certificate, came to Missouri, and was able to obtain a new identity using that birth certificate. She's from Arkansas. So she goes from Arkansas to Missouri with her daughter's identity and starts using it to do all sorts of things, including go back to college. Now, Laura Oglesby was able to obtain a new social security card using the birth certificate. She took that social security card and applied for a Missouri driver's license. She took the exam and obtained a driver's license. Hold on. Yeah, and obtained a driver's license. Though through that, she was able to work at various local businesses and actually obtain employment through the city of Mountain View.
Okay, so she's working, she's driving legally. It's a great story so far.
This is so messed up. Like how did the system let this, how did she slip through the cracks?
I guess those two states don't talk much.
But here's a real question. Criminal?
Yeah.
Or American hero? No, I'm just kidding. She's not an American hero.
I love the idea of someone at like the DMV in Missouri who's like looking at the paperwork and then looking at her, then look at the paperwork like, she don't look 21, but I'm not calling Arkansas about it.
No, but okay, you guys, that's the thing that gets to me, right? She looks good. I'm not hating. I'm not.
I like the ears.
She looks great. She does not look like she's 24 years old. Like how did this like slip through the cracks? Now, in addition to this,
masks are to blame.
No, she got
put on the mask.
She was finally arrested in 2018. We're now learning about like the charges and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But like this was before the pandemic. There ain't no masks. There was a couple in Missouri who took her in because they're like, oh, it's a young student, she's struggling, she needs a place to stay. They took her in.
Somebody needs to turn this into a movie.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing what she pulled off.
Yeah.
A couple.
She was at college?
Adults, they were adults. A couple consisting of adults looked at this woman and were like, yeah, yep. She's definitely in her early 20s.
She's like,
definitely.
She's like the talented Mrs. Ripley. Like she just convinces everyone. And also, by the way, I think the villain in this story, you haven't really identified yet, is probably the daughter, because that mom did more with her identity in 2 years than that daughter ever would have. She moved, she got a license, she's working, she's going to college. Who among us has done that much in a 2-year span? Like she is living someone else's best life.
She's kind of amazing. In fact, she was so good at getting away with this for so long. It is a skill. It is a talent. One might argue that they should let her go. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
The student loan debt's like the worst part because
all of it is bad.
They're probably gonna hold that to the daughter for the rest of her life.
She did this to her own flesh and blood. And by the way, identity theft is one of the worst experiences to have to go through. And you should freeze your credit bureau accounts and then unfreeze them whenever you're applying for a credit card or something, because people be stealing identities.
You're saying we should just go and freeze our accounts right now?
It's insane if you haven't already done that. After the Equifax breach.
What are you talking about? You could just go and freeze all of your accounts? How would that work?
No, it's not. You don't freeze your accounts. You know how there's credit bureaus?
Yeah.
You can put a freeze through your credit bureau. So anytime like someone wants to open an account under your name, they won't be able to do it. They have to. Only you can do it because only you have the power to unfreeze the credit bureau account.
What if they steal the credit bureau part of your identity?
I mean, then I guess you're out of luck. I don't know.
Oh no, don't. If you're a criminal, don't listen to what I just said.
No, it's tough. Like they give you all sorts of like, there's like added security that I think helps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. We should take it seriously.
You should take it seriously.
Especially if your mom's kind of shady.
Now, especially if you got a cute looking mom who's going through a midlife crisis, she wants to get her ass back to that college campus.
Hang out at the co-op. Yep.
So the Averys, by the way,
join an a cappella group.
Oh my God, look at she just wanted to have fun.
Exactly, she did. Look at the ears. That's demonstrable proof she had fun. I don't look that happy on Facebook.
Oh my God.
Oh.
What do you think we're gonna be like when we experience a midlife crisis?
I'm like in the middle of one right now. I wrote a book about animals. I don't know what you're gonna do. I know what I did.
Look at that guy, yes.
Yeah,
get it,
get
Poppy.
that car. That's JR's midlife crisis.
That's me every night. I'm not even experiencing the midlife crisis yet.
That's Marjorie Greene's midlife crisis. I think the yoga instructor was hers, actually.
I actually picture Anna's midlife crisis making the ultimate TV entertainment center out of wood.
Ooh,
I can see that.
Maybe,
that's a productive use of your time.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be productive midlife crisis or not, but it happens to the best of us. Come on, we all experience. It's midlife. It means you've already lived half your life and you're gonna die. Like it's when you realize you're gonna die, and that you haven't lived up to your potential. That's like the biggest thing, right? Because we all have these like grandiose like thoughts about where we're gonna be at a certain point in our lives. None of us actually get there because life sucks, and then we're gonna feel really bad about ourselves, and we're gonna lash out in weird ways. The question is, what ways are we gonna lash out in? What are you gonna buy a sports car? Probably not.
I mean, I've already got a high performance Scion IQ, please. Exactly. That thing will go 0 to 60, maybe.
All right. Oh, we got 5 minutes left. We gotta get off of it. Oh, by the way, one final point to this. So Oglesby did plead guilty to 1 count of furnishing false information to the Social Security Administration. She faces 5 years in prison and will have to pay back $17,521 in restitution to the university, as well as restitution to her daughter.
That makes sense. It is my last point in this. This has not been a good like week and a half of news for families. Like, she's taking the identity of her estranged daughter. The Crumbleys are like handing out guns and then fleeing the country. Lauren Boebert's like, hey, mama's got a grift, take this gun and pose in a photo, using your kids as political pawns. Like, what's happened to the traditional family in America?
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.